get real-time Secretary of State data. So we offer real-time, as in whatever reflects on the Secretary of State, we are going to have it for you. We can even get screenshots. So that data will be there available as screenshots, documents where it's available, officers where it's available. We're gonna get all the data that you can get from the Secretary of State. We can get it. We have integrations into all 51 states. And when a business registers, when they start, they have to register their business. And the Secretary of State tracks things, especially, this is what most people want, is things like the status, like is the business in good standing? And this is to help them assess risk. The big things they're looking for are fraud. Is this business real or is it not real? We went through and we did a research project where we wanted to find all the different statuses that exist with the Secretary of State. We found 402 different statuses in all 50 states. This is kind of a big deal. Let's say that you, as the savvy commercial underwriter you are underwriting a business for a commercial loan, and you see the status come back from the Secretary of State as suspended. What does that mean? Is that a concern? Should you hold off on this loan when everything else looks great? Well, we're going to talk about this more in this video. So it's really important that you understand the different statuses that each Secretary of State provides and what they mean. Today, we're going to walk through the statuses specific to a certain state. South Dakota's 9 business entity statuses you need to know. Number 1, active. The entity is currently in good standing and legally authorized to operate in South Dakota. This status signifies that all required filings and payments are up to date. For lenders, this status generally indicates a lower risk profile, as it suggests the business is compliant and operationally stable, potentially enhancing its creditworthiness. Let's proceed to number 2, canceled. This status indicates that the business entity's registration has been canceled, either voluntarily by the business or involuntarily by the state, often due to non-compliance with filing requirements or failure to pay fees. Lenders should exercise extreme caution when considering loans to canceled entities, as this status implies a significant disruption in operations and potential financial instability. Number 3, delinquent. The entity has failed to comply with certain statutory requirements, such as filing reports or paying fees, which places it at risk of being dissolved or having its status revoked if not rectified. This status raises red flags for lenders, indicating potential financial difficulties or management issues that could impact the business's ability to repay loans. Let's proceed to number 4, dissolved. The business entity has been formally dissolved, either voluntarily by its owners or involuntarily by the state due to non-compliance. It is no longer legally recognized to operate in South Dakota. Lenders should avoid extending credit to dissolved entities, as they no longer have legal standing and are unlikely to generate revenue or repay debts. Number 5, dissolved administrative. The entity has been dissolved by the state due to failure to meet administrative requirements, such as not filing required reports or not maintaining a registered agent. This status indicates severe compliance issues and operational instability, making such entities high-risk prospects for lenders. Now let's proceed to number 6, good standing. The entity has met all statutory requirements, such as filing annual reports and paying fees, and is authorized to conduct business in South Dakota without any penalties or compliance issues. For lenders, this status is generally favorable, suggesting responsible management and compliance, which may correlate with better financial health and loan repayment capacity. Number 7, inactive, other. This status indicates that the entity is no longer active in South Dakota due to reasons other than dissolution or termination, such as a lapse in renewal or temporary suspension. Lenders should approach inactive entities with caution, as this status suggests a pause in operations that could impact the business's ability to generate revenue and repay loans. Let's proceed to number 8, terminated. This status indicates that the entity's existence has been ended either by reaching a specified end date set at formation or through a formal process of termination initiated by the entity or mandated by the state. Lenders should avoid extending credit to terminated entities, as they no longer have legal standing to operate or enter into new financial obligations. Number 9, withdrawn. This status is applied to foreign entities that have voluntarily decided to cease operations in South Dakota and have formally withdrawn their registration with the state. For lenders, a withdrawn status indicates that the entity no longer has a legal presence in South Dakota, which could significantly impact its ability to conduct business and repay loans in the state. All right, let's look at an example if we wanted to do something like this and kind of how Cobalt Intelligence can help you with this. This right here is an example using this API. Now, Cobalt Intelligence is an API first, where the idea is that you can get all this data via API and get it integrated right into your system. Let's say you search for this business, 109 Franklin RC in California. So we're gonna hit send, and this is what we get back. Now, the status is suspended FTB, and this right here, specifically for California, is the Franchise Tax Board, which means it's delinquent with its taxes in California. Not enough to be terminated, but enough to put it in suspension. So this is somewhat of a risk here. Now, this could be hard to go through because, like we said, there's 402 different statuses out there. So what you can do is use this normalized status where we go through and interpret these things and we mark it as inactive. And we're gonna put those as two different options. It's either gonna be active or it's going to be inactive. And so then you can programmatically, as you integrate this into your API and as this is processing through your software, you're gonna get a feedback that says, hey, this business is active or inactive and may prompt further note. So it can kind of take it down certain paths. Now, if I was building this, I would use that as, like I said, a programmatic decision maker and put it in the, oh, this needs questioning right here. If it's inactive, I'm gonna automatically put this in stipulations where someone's gonna have to go and follow up further. And then you could display this string of suspended FTB, and then your underwriters could go through and check it and say, okay, this is something we need to dig further into, and this, or maybe not, or maybe we just decline the file altogether. I hope this has been helpful for you to see how these different statuses in the state can really vary and how it can be different for you and impact your business. I invite you to try the Secretary of State API. We have a free trial that it comes with, so you can go ahead and try it out. We also offer paid pilots, so you can try out a big number of searches and see really if the data is something that can be helpful for you. I'm Jordan Hanson. If this has been helpful at all, hit that like and subscribe button. We will help you out with what you're trying to do. Thank you.